Welcome to Off-Grid Contracting. Guys, in this video today we want to share with you one of our favorite installs of all time. This install is very unique. It's got a 30 kW output service from solar. We've got 3 Snyder inverters inside. In the future, 2 more will be added for an expansion to the system. We have dual generator support for this, so if the solar cuts out, the generator up top will support the solar. Also down bottom, if this whole system shuts down, the solar plus the generator backup, an additional generator down bottom will engage to take care of the load demand down there as well. The other unique thing about this is that this system is not only EMP hardened, okay, but it's completely separated from the utility company, even with the support. So I don't know any solar array out there that's been done this way, and I'm very excited to share this with you. But before we begin, I want to take you a quick panorama view of the Canadian solar modules. As you can see here, this is the southwest facing modules. This over here is the south array. And this over here is the southeast facing array. This is a little amphitheater kind of layout. This is put up on iron ridge racking on 2-inch pipe. There's a little bit of extra support under it with the 2-inch pipe spacing, just for a little bit of extra wind support. I'm going to take you real quickly and just show you the generator and then step around and just give you a brief view into the building. We shut down everything for right now for some adjustments on a few other things because the air conditioning system's being put in as we're leaving out of town. This is the solar generator. We'll be visiting later in the build because I'm going to go into the complete build from step to the very end and then give you a full detailed view of the interior of the building. As we go around, we'll step out of the mud here. Take a brief view into here, which we'll finish the install later and show you as we went step by step. This is Midnight Classic charge controllers, Snyder inverters, AGS automatic generator start, comm box system so that you can communicate, network with your computer, and Outback nanocarbon batteries. This could not have been done without the help and support of Hurricane Wind Power, their awesome product line, and also in partnership with Thompson Electric Service. If you want to check them out, information in the video description below. I want to say a special thank you to the wonderful woman in my life, Abby, for being with me every step of the way through this. 3 people done this install. That was it as far as we go. We might be a small mom and pop business, but I think that we have the capability of doing amazing things when people get behind us. So with that said, guys, I'm going to start with the run through of our first day on the project. I want to say one last thank you to our customers for allowing us to show this because we value your privacy, especially for those that want to be off-grid. And when I say off-grid, you know what I mean. That's hard to show this, what we do for people. So every chance we get, we're grateful for that. So with that said, let's start the first day on the job site, and you'll follow through all the way to the finish this, and I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so this is the first day on the job site, and I'm going to show you right here, we're getting the rails laid out for the panels, and we're going to be doing 3 sets, so it's going to be pretty much 30 kW install. We're going to be running that into the power shed, and I'll take you through this step by step as we're going through, but pretty much we're going to plan on getting the rails up today, getting ready to prep the wires, then tomorrow charge boards. Wires ran out, and then we're going to rack solar panels. I'll show you down bottom the AC coupling, the interior coupling, and we'll just take this one step at a time on this megalithic install, and I hope you enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today on the job site. I want to show you our progress that we've come along with. I'm going to flip the camera real quick and take you on a tour around, and then we'll continue hammering down on this until we get finished up. Okay, so what you see right here is 108 solar modules, and this was racked in a day's time frame. Now that's a southwest facing, south, and southeast. So we've got the whole Coliseum kind of layout there, a V format or a U shape, however you want to put it. And now what we've got left to do is obviously make the solar connections, the PV connections on it and everything. And moving right along, and inside the shed, actually before I go in there, I just want to say, as you can see on the time lapse earlier today, right before I started showing you this, we go through rack 3 of them up and then hop on a ladder, put the last one. That seems to always go pretty clean and quick with that. And I like the mounting on iron ridges because right here got these good supports on the top and bottom, and then of course the UFO clip holds in between as well, and it makes for a very uniform and very clean setup. Let's step right over here. I'll show you. I got the Connex units and batteries to go in here, and I'm going to show you this real quick, and then I'm going to jump back to work, guys. We've got the OTG boards going in place, and then we're going to have the EMP shielding to go in place with that as well. That'll drop out to go out to a ground rod back out of the system. And hop over here for a second because I'm going to hop off here and help Jeff and get back onto it. We've got right here, we've hung 4 out of 6 already, and the service for the generator will come in right there. Service going out to the structures in the house, customer's residence will be there, and so the battery bank will make an L shape. And I'm going to help him tie this conduit in just a second, but we're going to build a frame and set the batteries in here in an L. The Connex units will go right here, and then I think we're going to take conduit, go straight run out to that service panel, conduit run from the conduit run boxes on the bottom of the inverters out to that service, and that way it's just a very, very clean setup and out of the way. So guys, that's it. I'm going to jump off here and get back to work. Okay everyone, welcome to day 3. We've got all the arrays up and everything, as you can see behind me. I'm going to spin around, take you inside, and show you. Right now we've got inverters hung, charging systems finished up, as far as just getting ready to terminate the wires to them. I'm going to do connections out here either today or tomorrow. Go down and do the AC coupling, and we're getting ready to set the panels up here to couple the AC, and take you inside and take you on a tour of that, and we'll keep moving forward. Okay, so here is the situation at hand right now. We've got the batteries going in, and already slid a couple of them in. We've got the Egyptian roller system here going to move these big old blocks, and that's going to finish out that run right there, and then we'll have 12 over there. You can see the charge systems will power that. They'll couple into there. Got those charging systems to get that into the bank. These charging systems here will get this into the bank. AC service panel for output. AC service panel over here for input from generator. And then that's going to go in like 2.5-inch conduit into the conduit box here when that gets set. And then this will come out right here for the power from the inverters to go in to the house. This is 3 of the Connex XW6848s, and that'll tie into the battery bank. We'll put all these in series to make these 48-volt banks out through here. And so today we'll be pretty much setting batteries, putting wire into the trenches, coupling all that, and then of course terminating the leads onto the panels and getting all that wrapped up out here as well. That's pretty much it for this 3rd day of really smashing away at it now on site. Guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I believe this is the 4th day that we've been going at it on the major portion of the install inside, and show you the progress that we got today. And then later this evening I'm going to show you a little bit about the EMP products that now can be installed with your solar to help mitigate EMP. And with that said, let's start the tour for the day. All right, everybody, so this is the progress on the interior right now. Show you. Jeff's got the panel mounted up here for the load service distribution going out. We sleeved the wires up that the other day. And then there's the transit that will be going over for the load service from the inverters. And then over there's the generator input. We're going to have that conduit box as soon as that comes in today. Next day air, then that tube will come over and connect up with that. Got the solar leads and everything prepped up so that when we terminate them out here on the solar array here shortly, that'll be able to be finished up. And then the EMP boxes will sit above. And I want to show you how this works. Okay, now this is an EMP shield. All right, and the way this works is that if for some reason that surge, it will kick the power from your solar out away from your critical electronic components, like right there, shun it out to a ground rod, okay, out to the ground. And I'll show you right here is another example of that right there. Just what I just said, is you have your solar coming in your charging system, and that is common bonded to that charge system. And then from there, what's going to happen is that's going to shunt that out to the ground. So very, very simple setup. Great way to mitigate loss later down the road should a situation arise like that, terrorist attack to electrical grid. One thing that I like about this is that there's a lot of stuff out there offered and says that it's hardened and etc. But you know, they charge a fortune for it. This is an affordable option where you can just add to an existing system. Should you already have a solar system, you know, we can do a service call for you, add that in. And the other thing about it is if you're adding equipment to an existing system or you're putting it in new, it can go up in a hurry. And so I really like that. I think that's a great product. And I can get you more info about that, guys, if you'd like. If you want to contact us, offgridcontracting.com. But with that said, we're going to continue on. Abby is coating the battery bank right now, finishing that up. And then, of course, we'll make all the electrical connections for all the DC probably late tonight or tomorrow. And then at some point tomorrow, if all goes to plan, we will energize all this and you will see amazing things happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's adventure is excavating. We're going to dig out right down here in just a second. I'll show you for the service feed coming down from the solar and the generator back up from it to tie in with the utility down here. I'm sorry, to the service panel where the utility on the other side will be, and with backup generator down here. So I'm gonna flip the cam, show you that. All right, so this gentleman right here, it is a excellent electrician. He is about to make the connection today. Jeff's going to put I think we decided we're going to put utility on the top side coming in, and that generator right there is going to be backing that up. And then if it's on solar, the generator we're setting up top will back up the solar coming in on the bottom side. And that's going to be mounted right here on that rack. We're going to put unistrut across. Got some fun things to avoid today. We've got a propane tank. We've got, what else was it? It was 2 electrical service lines going through, Jeff? Yeah, so we got 2 electrical service lines going through. We got electrical service over here. So we're going to be making a big U-shape around all this today. Plus there's this massive tree stump by the pole. So no struggles at all, folks. But without great risk comes no great reward. So we're gonna get at it, and then later, guys, I'll take you back up on the hill and show you up top the finished work up there on the DC side. Okay, good afternoon everyone, and we are inside the power shed. Jeff's got a light fixture up. The company come put the mini split in this afternoon. Got to do a little bit of electrical service to it. Spin the camera, show you all of this right here. Give me just a sec. So we've got 2 of the charge systems online. Waiting on a few more battery cables. Actually, I don't know, 8. I think it's 8 more battery cable, 8 or 12 more battery cables we'll need. Waiting on them to come in, and we'll tie out the rest of the bank right there. We got the trenching done down bottom. I'll show that to you here later. Going down to help Jeff with that in a minute. Got the load panel distribution in place. It's transferring down to the throw switch that we put in earlier today when we trenched that madness. And right here is the control unit for the system. Right here is the inverters online. I've got the cover still loose right now because I think we're going to put an automatic generator start on it as well. Over here's the comm box for that will network to the computer so they can monitor it. We've got the EMP. Some of the EMP shields are online as well right there, so you can get an idea of that. And the generator will be ran into that panel. Everything's pretty much getting buttoned up here. We've got another day or two, and this will be all finished up, guys. But I'm gonna take it. Good morning, everybody. This is the finished day on the job site. All goes to plan. Apologize, I didn't get to show you at the bottom of the hill the other day the interconnection on the AC coupling, but we'll show you that later today as we finish up. I'm going to step inside right now and show you pretty much everything we got finished up other than connecting a few battery cables, and then we're going to go outside, do the generator, get that done, and hopefully by nightfall tonight we've got that finished up, and we've already done some AC tests on it, so I'll show you here in just a sec. Hopefully knock it out of the park. It come quite a nasty rainstorm the other day. Put a foot of water in the trench where we're going to work today, so that right there is going to be an adventure to go play in. But here's the generator set on its pad, and connections will go in. We'll hook that in today, and it's going to be game on after that. Are you filming this? The struggles of off-grid work. Trying to build me a dam. We got a cup or something I can bail this water out. So guys, we're down here finishing up, and Jeff done a phenomenal job on tying this in. If you need electrical work done, I highly encourage you to check out Thompson Electric Service. Information's in the video description below and also at the beginning of the video. It's the first time we've done this on an install, going on now in 6 years. It's usually a 100 amp disconnect, but this is a 2 different positions you can put this in now, because you have the solar coming from on top of the hill there. So you got that on one service side, you've got the utility on the other service side. Now I'm gonna break this down for you real quick, what you're looking at with that situation. If the solar coming down here gets low, that generator kicks in up there. If the generator don't kick over and the solar's lost, then they can leave it going to the house still. And this generator right behind me, if turned on, it will power the house as a third backup. Now leaving it on the utility side, if the power goes out from the utility company, then the generator here will back that up. I'm sorry guys, there's just so much moving parts with this install, but this is like as much redundancy in a solar system you could ever have. You've got completely separated too, also from the utility company, in 2 different opportunities, plus EMP protection on it now, so that stuff hits the fan, it is not going to be you know, terrorist attack opportunity from the grid or an EMP opportunity. Now I want to step right around here and show you something. Where Jeff was digging the other day with the unit and was going behind with the shovel there, we ended up enjoying some adventures. I think it's right here behind here. Clean this out for just a second. There's a big old huge huge chunk of tree there that was across there. I cut out some more up there, but the thing I want to show you guys is digging around utilities. It ain't no joke. I mean, we had electrical service, propane line, and literally where this dirt is, I mean, it's just right below it. And so, I mean, you just cannot be careful enough when doing this stuff, guys. And I mean, this is the most utilities we've ever had to work around in one little area where we were digging, but we got it done, and it's a lot of shovel time. I enjoyed shovel the other day, but we're at the finish line now. Okay, gotcha. All right, guys, so right now you can see right here on the panel we're running 17 kW. We had it up to 20 kW a minute ago, just trying to max these out to see what the maximum load potential is that we can give the customer. Let me step over right here. Sorry, we're still cleaning up in here, guys, but as you can see, the units right now running online, all their outputs, making a lot of noise because they're making a lot of power. Now, what we're finishing up with out here, you can leave it over on it if you want to. I mean, come on up and take a look at things, and I'll walk you through some stuff up here if you want.
Okay, hang on 1 second, I'll be right up.
So, we've got the comm box. Like I said earlier in the video, the customer will be able to monitor that usage from their laptop. Over here, I'm finishing up the AGS. We've tagged out all the connections, and so what will happen is that you can see right here everything's on right now, but the generator's not on. We're going to have to set that up for when it'll duty cycle on and off, and the customer's getting the propane set today. So hopefully by the end of the day I'll get to show you that, or first thing in the morning when we roll out of town on this job. And I'll show you the generator out back in a minute, guys, as we're buttoning that up. But as you can see, this customer's off grid. And this will back up, like I said, you seen just a second ago, the service panel inside. That'll distribute to the generators to bring them up to voltage so that they'll power up and get the system back online should the solar get too low on its settings. Alright everyone, so here we are at the very end of the project. And if you're still with us throughout this video, I appreciate you coming to the very end with us. This is what it looks like. Completely finished. And I'm going to take you through every last step of it here to the very end. Alright. First off, we got a battery bank. Alright. These are Outback Nanocarbon 200 NC batteries. Alright. It's a megalithic battery bank. Okay. The full specs of this system is in the video description below. Alright. Now later the customer's probably going to have us turn this bank right here and add 2 more units to power a lot more loads on other structures, right, which will all be tied in addition. These are OTG boards that was created by Off-Grid Contracting. We started this. Right? Other people out there now, they're doing it too, and that's all fine and good. But we started this, right? The first one to ever fabricate this style layout. Now, what you have is a Midnight Classic torch controller. You have the combiner box for all your solar arrays coming in. And then you have the breaker protecting that unit between the battery bank. This is the new EMP shield, as I described earlier in the video. Every one of those units have that. And that goes out to a ground rod that is shared on that array. Alright? As we come around, we have the AGS unit. This is the automatic generator start for the Connex units in case that the voltage gets too low. Automatically fire up the generator around back. The generator input panel to feed the power distribute to all 3 inverters. This is the Connex comm box. Going to have the customer's computer hooked to that here very shortly. They're going to have a router set up, and then that'll run down so that they can keep up with it real time. also do whatever they need to with the system wherever they're at. Like I said earlier in the video, they also have this available in the Android app. Hoping that soon they'll have it for iPhone. Next we have our inverters. All right. This is the power, distributing power from DC to AC. Now we're going to have to tighten up the panels in this a minute and neaten up the wires and stuff. But this is the units feeding power down to the house. Okay. You have your master unit and you have your slave units. There'll be two more stacked onto this. The reason the event thing's going off right now, guys, is we're trying to actually push this to the limit. Because I want to make sure that, actually come here, I'll show you right here, the fault is under voltage is what it's saying on the fault. And the reason is like I said, we were trying to push this thing past the limits just a minute ago before we started filming. It's back down from 20K. But now when the system gets two more inverters added, they'll be up to 30K and they'll only be running about 2/3 power when everything's maxed out. Okay, so next, moving down from our remote control, we have the house service panel. That's going out to their house. Now, this is for the AC unit that will be finished up, as you can see right behind us here. If you look, that blower will be keeping this room cool. And then we have the power going to the comm box, receptacles, and etc. And then also we have a breaker going straight to the EMP shield for the AC distribution. And that's going out to a ground rod too, so that before it even gets to the 200 amp service panel down bottom, it'll be dumped off. Guys, that's pretty much it for this setup. I mean, this is pretty much a miniature substation for a property. So I mean, whether you're farmer, prepper, homesteader, tiny house person, I mean, you want to run a little tiny house community, here you go. But I mean, like, this is a very, very solid install for off-grid. These multiple units can be stacked on these. Just excellent equipment. Maintenance on it. The batteries are maintenance free. Don't have to worry about the charge system. These inverters, pretty much the only issues I've ever seen with these out in the field, just like simple faults like voltage draws, high voltage, low voltage, etc., something like that. Pretty much about it. Otherwise, that's about it. Keep your equipment cool, okay? Ventilation system, mini split, something to keep something like this cool, because it gets a lot of heat. From the charge systems, from the inverters, I mean, outside difference, in here right now, they're going to get that online, and that'll make a big difference on the system. But you want to keep everything ice cold, you know, all this stuff ice cold, and when the air conditioning is on, it'll help keep these cool, which will help keep a lot of the other stuff cool. So guys, that pretty much wraps up this install. If you haven't checked us out, make sure to check us out at offgridcontracting.com. And until we see you again, we look forward to working for you.